Okay, now we just need to put our side flashings on. So using your instruction manual, get the right measurement, mark. Okay, we're just going to cut that barge capping. Okay, once you've got that cut, we'll now attach that to the wall. Okay, now we need to fit our barge capping. Just slide that in underneath. Now just be aware, if you're putting barge capping onto a peak and you've got two barge capping that are overlapping, to get a nice neat finish, you may need to cut some of that barge capping on an angle. And then just a couple across the top. Okay, what we need to do now is attach our roller door onto our shed. Now always use your B&D roller door manual. First thing that we need to do is attach the roller door bracket, the mounting bracket. So depending on what the measurement is in your Absco instruction manual, but you will always come in from the inside face, so always in from this edge and always up from the bottom side of your header beam. That will be your measurement and your positioning. Make sure the top of the bracket is right on that mark. Okay, once we've got that one locked in, we need to do the same with the other mounting bracket. Okay, once we've got those brackets in place, now we need to mount the roller door itself. Before we cut the packaging away, just make sure that the door is rolling the correct way. When you mount it, it needs to roll down through your track, so make sure it's rolling the correct way. Now when we cut this packaging off, you must leave the foam on there. Okay, so just take the outer cardboard away. The foam just keeps that door locked under tension. We don't take that off until it's actually mounted, the rest of it. So just gently take that outer plastic and the cardboard away. Okay, what we need to do now, using two people, is to lift this door now into place. Just sit it on top of your roller door bracket. Okay, once you've got that door sitting in place, important that you hold that in place because there's nothing, it's not locked in yet. You need to get your little cradle and that sits underneath the bar on your door and on top of the bracket over the first two slots. Okay, now just fit your U-bolt over the top of the bars, through the saddle and through your mounting bracket. Once that's in position, you need to put a washer and a nut. And just finger tighten that into place. Do the same with the other side. All right, once we've got that there, we need to do the same to the other side, and then with our socket and ratchet, we'll tighten those up. Okay, once we've got our door sitting in place, we need to cut our tracks down to suit the opening. This will obviously vary from model to model. So just check your instruction manual for that height. Measure down from the top, make a mark. Using an angle grinder, we're going to cut that off and then we can get these ready to fit to the front. Okay, once we've cut our brackets down to the correct size, then what we need to do is put our little mounting plates on our door tracks. These will screw into our front frame. So just note the profile here and note the profile that it's sliding into. So a couple of those little mounting brackets on both tracks. Now we're going to need to stand them up, so those brackets will want to slide off. So a little bit of advice is just put a little bit of sticky tape around the bottom so they don't slide out while you're trying to mount them. Okay, next we need to attach our roller door track. So what we need to do is just slide that in up underneath, making sure that it's hard up against your bracket, your mounting bracket, and hard up against this mullion H section and sitting down the bottom there. Now using the little mounting plates that we've got, okay, once we've got those first two locked in, we need to do exactly the same to the door track on the other side. Once we've got our door tracks into position, now we need to put tension on our roller door and pull them down into the tracks. So at this stage it's very important that we need to be able to hold the tension on that door. So what I'm going to do is just cut a little insert away from here, so we can have one person holding the door and then the other person can cut away all the rest of the packaging. As I said, it's important to keep that door under tension. Okay, once we've undone the packaging, obviously important to still keep that door under tension and holding onto it so it doesn't spin out on us. Our start of our door needs to slide in through our door track like so. So we just need to pull that down. Okay, we've just slid the door down to this point, peeling away any excess packaging. Also, if you notice that your door wants to come out of the track, you might have your door tracks a little bit too far apart. So you can adjust them at this stage, but keeping in mind you always need someone to hold the door. So at this stage we're still putting tension on that door, we're still holding it. We need to put our stoppers on. Once we get them on, then the door's not going to spin back on itself. So you'll notice on the ends of the bottom of your curtain, you've got a little notch out with a couple of holes. So a little hook sits over the top of that notch out and just line it up with the hole. And you've got a little grub screw that will go up and through there. Okay, that locks that in. Do the same to the other side. Okay, once we've got our door now in place, we need to attach our little lock. Best to have two people for this one. Outside of the lock goes obviously to the outside. You've got a slot already cut out of your roller door. Okay, one end, just a couple of holes either side of your lock there. Okay, we're locked into place. Okay, once we've got our lock on, we need to put our locking bars in place. Make sure that the lock is in the unlocked position, and then just get your locking bar centralised with your door track and just put it up against your first hole on your fitting, and we need to go just past that because we'll attach it to that. So that's where we need to cut our locking bars. Once we've marked the positioning of our locking bars, now we just need to make a quick cut. Okay, once we've cut that off, now we need to fit our locking bar. You've got a little pre-punched hole in the bar that matches up with the first pre-punched hole on the door. Just wiggle that on, like so. Then just flex the bar and get that inside the door track, and then line up your holes and put your little grub screw in. We'll hold that locking bar. Now we just need to do the same to the other side. Once we've marked where our locking bars are finished when the door's down, we need to make a hole so those bars are able to be locked. Just a pilot hole and then with a 10mm drill bit. Okay, now we should be able to pull the door down and those bars will lock in there.